Hello, Dr. Sharma and classmates. My name is Daniel Hoyos. Um, in the past, I've started a company that's related to web-based business development. I used to sell online products to people in Colombia. Now I'm doing a master's in IT and management here at FAU. And today I'm going to talk to you about this business idea, which is Vision for Guided Cooking. So we are in the business industry. This means that we like charts that go up and to the right. So this business has a lot of that. On the chart to your left, you can see that the number of people that have been using cell phones has been increasing dramatically year over year. We're projecting that by year 2020, there will be 2.87 billion people using smartphones. So, what does that have to do with the business? This business is based on the idea that people have smartphones handy with them most of the time, and that way we can present applications and features that enhance their life. So what this business specifically relates to is cooking. So in the graph to the right, you see that even millennials and other ages like pretty much never, only 2% never cook at home. Almost everyone does cook at home at least once a week. So this means that there's a lot of people that cook at home and a lot of people increasingly that will have a smartphone close to them while they're cooking. This is key in order to understand the value of this business. So the way we'll go about this is that I'm going to give you an executive summary of the business. Then I'll give you a brief description of what the business actually is and what it does. Then I'll tell you a little bit more about the management structure and the way the management will work in the business. I'll then go to show you our financial plan, what our costs and our expected revenues are. And finally, we'll sum it all up in the end with a conclusion. Um, So for the executive summary, the mission of the company is to make the world a place where anyone can cook like their favorite chefs with the use of guided cooking. The management of the company and the ownership of the company, this would be a sole proprietorship. So it's not expected that we're going to need a lot of money in order to start this and start being profitable. So there's not going to be a need for out too many outside investors. Uh, the management structure would mostly be bare bones because it's a small software company that can have a huge impact. So it's going to be a very simple one. I'll go over a little bit further down the road. Um, the product that we're selling is an application or an add-on. It could be added to a platform that already exists for guided cooking, or it could be added to a phone's application that an individual downloads and just enhances that application for guided cooking that they already have. The customer base, as I was saying, is all the people with smartphones that like to cook. And the competitive advantage we have is that there's not really a company that's doing this so specifically. There's companies that are very involved in cooking applications and guided cooking and AI assisted services to companies, but no one specifically as nimble and can go so directly at this target market as us. Um, and I'll go much more into detail about why and how we have a competitive advantage and we're most well positioned to take over this industry. Now for the business description. So the value proposition that we have is that currently there's guided cooking platforms, um, but they don't have a visual aspect to them. So whenever you're cooking, you have to narrate in what step of the process you are. And this is um, very troublesome because instead of being able to be talking to your friends or drinking wine, whatever you like to do when you're cooking, you're having to stop that and then narrate to your phone exactly what part of the process you're in. This greatly decreases the pleasure of cooking. So our solution is going to integrate machine learning and computer vision into already existing platforms, whether it is directly with the manufacturer of the application, integrating it right into the technology, or simply as an add-on, as a customer would download. Now, our target market, we went over this. These are people that like to cook, that are able to download applications, and as you can see, it's a market that's actually growing. So that's very encouraging. Um, the competitive positioning that we have. So we understand that there's at least two other different types of competitors in the industry. There's the big in companies that like Whirlpool that are already deep into the cooking market, and they're trying to develop the capability of guided cooking. Um, Most of the revenue comes from selling hardware, and they're not really geared well towards being able to sell a product that's based on computer vision in order to guide people to cook. So they're too big, they already have their target market. It would be too much of a niche solution for them to put a lot of effort into. Then the other type of competitor are people like Levitas, which is an AI firm that helps companies use artificial intelligence to enhance their capabilities. This would be something like what we're doing for the guided cooking industry. We're enhancing their capabilities. But the thing is, Levitas, it's only hired by companies that go and actually hire them for a specific purpose. They don't have a purpose uh, in of their own other than helping companies, and this makes it so that they're not at all involved in the guided cooking industry. So we could be way more specialized in this than they could possibly be. So in order to actually get this plan to fruition, there's two really big milestones that we're taking into account. One of them is creating a working prototype, and the second one is actually going to market and start making money. So in order for us to actually create a prototype, what we decided to do is we first have to hire an engineer. So the number one step in that milestone is hire an engineer. This will happen within like the first couple of days of starting the company. Then for a whole month, we'll be gathering the data we need in order to train our artificial intelligence in order to recognize the products that we need it to recognize when people are doing what, so we can actually inform the application where in the guided in the cooking process they're at, so they can give the next piece of advice. 2 months later, we will have been able to train the test the algorithm that is actually able to recognize all those actions and objects. So once we have that, that's a working prototype. Then our next milestone would be actually going to market. So this means that we need a much more polished product. We need some more people. The first step would be to secure funding, like at least $500,000, maybe loans or venture capital. Then we'll hire a team, a salesperson, a marketing person, a project manager, some more engineers, and with the use of the engineers, we'll make with the use of the account managers, which would be in the sales department, we would gain access to big platforms, at least try to gain access to like big platforms and sell our technology to help them improve their product. Um, After that, we'll have to be able to develop integration with all the platforms. So that's what the project manager and the engineering team will work on, making sure that the application integrates with all existing platforms so that whenever a customer downloads it, the salesperson goes and sells the application, or the marketing person goes and puts out a really good piece of that advertisement that makes people want to download the add-on. It'll integrate with any existing platform, and it'll just be seamless and easy to do. So once we've achieved that, that would be the completion of the second milestone, and we would be making money. So the management structure. Um, the management structure would be very bare bones. It would just be the founder in charge of like the sales department and the account manager all at once, and both of them would be like taking guidance from him as to what needs to happen. Then the project manager, which would be in charge of making sure all the technical aspects are on point with the engineering team, would report directly to the founder. So that's the only actually bigger than just one level hierarchical structure. So very simple, bare bones. We don't need much more. Uh, and most of the services really that we would need other than this, we would outsource. So that's accounted for in the money that we're calculating. Um, so talking about money and calculating, this is our financial part of the project. We'll have to make loan payments, advertisement, um, cost, sales commissions to the salespeople, rent office space, and pay employee salary. So those are the biggest costs that we're expecting. And in the following slide, you'll see a very good breakdown of all the prices through the months. And as you can see here, the earnings start off at zero, but incrementally get bigger. Um, we're expecting two types of offerings. So the offering I was telling you about, an add-on for a phone that people individually download, and also the extra technological capability that we can offer to companies or platforms so they can enhance their capabilities. So those are the two offerings you see right here. The top offering would be for users, and the bottom offering would be as we get more platforms to actually buy our product and enhance their capabilities. In expenses, we just have the loan payments, which are 2,500 per month, which is around what you would be paying for a $500,000 loan. We would also, it wouldn't really change until we finish paying the loan. Then we would start off with really high advertisement costs just to make a splash when we come out. And then the advertisement would just be reduced to around $10,000 a month. Sales commissions will continually grow as sales go up, but that's the nature of the business. We want sales to go up. For office space, it's around $5,000 a month, I feel like would be plenty for a team this small. Then employee salaries every month for $40,000 for the amount of employees we have. That sounds about right. And at the end, you can see that the total expenses are not really increasing that much since we're using cloud computing and taking reducing lots of expenses. So there's not much more like hardware that we need to buy. It's all going to be as a service. So really, there's lots of room to grow, and the costs don't really go that much higher as we grow. And at the end, you can see that the profit and loss, if you go first month, we're in the red, second month in the red, 0 month red, first month red, second month, we're almost breaking even. And then the third month, we're already making $40,000 per month of pure net earnings of profit. So as you can see, even though we're in debt at the third month, we're already in the green. So after a year, you can definitely expect to have made more profits than when you've invested in there. So to finish up, we've gone over the context of the company, what it's about, how it's being sold, why we can price ourselves better than the competition, and how we're more nimble. We explained about the cost, the economics, and the implementation, how it would actually take place, our milestones. And in the end, this seems like a really attractive business opportunity. The market's growing, and the charts are going up and to the right. So that's my presentation. Thank you so much for listening.